Hi, we're back. Thanks for staying with us and joined in studio now by Tom Djokovic. Tom is the CEO of XsunX Incorporated. XSNX is their stock symbol. Tom, good to see you again.
Great to be back, Todd. Thanks.
You know, the last time you were on the program, we had a fascinating discussion about building wealth through solar. And I'm going to ask you to tell us about that again, because I really thought that was so key to what you've been talking about.
Oh, well, Don, it's a simple fact that solar is, you're producing energy, and that energy has a tangible value, so many cents per kilowatt hour. You want to check it, just look at your electric bill, you'll see exactly what that value is. But when you put a solar system on your commercial rooftop, your home, or let's say a solar carport, it has an anticipated and provable amount of energy it's going to produce. So that has a tangible value over, let's say, 1, 3, 5, 10, 15, 25 years. And in a lot of commercial installation instances, you're looking at $250,000 to several $1 million in the value of that electricity. And so when you make that investment today, it's kind of like buying gasoline in 1980, having bought 25 years worth of gasoline at 1980 prices, at $1 a gallon, let's say. And who wouldn't have taken that deal? It's a similar situation now. You freeze your costs. Those costs are recouped usually in 3 to 7 years. And then you've got that value of all electricity, and you're literally building wealth through avoiding all of those payments. Plus you get incredible tax benefits, 30% federal tax credits. You get depreciation allowances if you run a business. There's a lot of upside to the solar investment, and that's why we say you could actually build wealth through solar.
I want to come back to that in a moment, but you had put out a press release this week that I found very interesting. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, earlier in the week, we put out a press release that essentially, it was an investor newsletter too, where we were talking about how we'd reached literally 1 million solar roofs installations in the United States as an industry, not our company, and they were predicting that we could achieve as many as doubling that in just the next several years. So we're really excited about that opportunity for the industry and being part of that opportunity.
We've really just scratched the surface of the potential of solar, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely, Don, absolutely. And it just keeps getting better all the time. For us, we constantly are reinvesting in better ways to install it, less expensive ways to install it. We're now in the solar canopy sector, where we can do solar carports and canopies, and we believe we could deliver those as cheaply, if not less expensively, than any other supplier out there as a solar integrator. And so we could literally offer those for nearly the same price as a rooftop system, which is very, very important for us. It really improves our marketing capability and our appeal to our target audience, our target customers.
Now, going back to the building wealth through solar, you actually brought with you, and you're going to show us an actual proposal that you made to a client that kind of illustrates what we're talking about. Why don't you go over that?
Well, yeah, Don, a common question we get is, which is the best way to invest in solar? Cash, a conventional loan, or some kind of maybe an operating lease? And so the graphic we brought is an example of a table of one of our operating lease options. One of our lenders offers an option where they take the tax benefits, they monetize those, and then they give you a bit of a benefit of that in a form of a lower lease payment. In this particular instance, which happens quite a bit, the customer's lease payment is actually a couple of $1,000s in year one, less expensive than what they're offsetting their utility payments. They're literally cash flow positive from day one. At the end of 7 years, they wind up owning the system, and they're actually over $40,000, I think over $48,000 cash flow positive, having only put around $3,000 out of their pocket up front to instigate the operating lease. So it's a fabulous way when a customer doesn't have the tax appetite to be able to monetize those tax benefits themselves. It's a great lease-to-own option. As you can see, for this particular customer, it worked out very, 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 very well.
Well, Tom, we've talked about this on the program before, how this seems to be such a easy sales presentation, because you're basically prepaying for electricity, for lack of a better term. The cost of the loan or the lease to have the system installed is sometimes equal to or less than what you're already paying for electricity. At the end of the term, you own the system, the electricity becomes free. My question to you, and I'm sure you have this happen to you on a routine basis, you still have those people who are just a little bit hesitant to move forward. And what are you running into? What is the main objection?
Well, Don, what's interesting is the majority of our customers are cash-paying customers. These are profitable companies, people that are looking for places to put those profits into good investments. They look at solar, they see the numbers, they do the math, and then it's a no-brainer. And that's why we get so many cash customers, because it's a fabulous return on investment. Customers are looking to finance. or need to finance. Unfortunately, currently, majority of customers don't view their utility bill as a liability necessarily. They view it as a cost of goods sold or something, and they don't really view it as a permanent liability. Somehow they think one day they can just turn it off and get by without it. In fact, it's like indentured servitude. This is never going to go away. And so when you present a purchase option such as the lease we just showed, they'll view that as debt, and they'll say, geez, do I want to really incur debt to purchase my electricity? And so if you have the opportunity to spend some time with them, go through the numbers and do a little bit of education, the light usually comes on quite often, and they move forward. Or they may sit on it for 6 months until the light comes on. But we think strongly, and you can see from the numbers that are being predicted, you know, 1 million installations, they think that's going to double just in the next couple of years. I think the light's going to start coming on for a lot of people more and more often.
You know, interestingly enough, you mentioned you think maybe they can turn off the electricity bill at one point in time, but the only way they can do that is to go solar.
That's really the only way to do it, is to go solar. I mean, like I said, it's like buying gasoline, 25 years worth of gasoline at today's prices. You know, it's a great deal. You fix your costs. Incredible investment opportunity.
Once again, the company is XsunX Incorporated. XSNX is their stock symbol. Tom, it's always fascinating talking to you about this industry. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me.